Great day, Royals. I'm EmpressLazuli. You are your empire, and welcome to another week of Astro Insights. We are going to look at all of the major transits for this week that I've chosen. And if you have not already, go ahead and check out last week to see if it resonated. I also have all of the messages time stamped in the description box below. So if you would like to follow along with me, play by play, day by day, then definitely check out the description box where you can literally click on each day as it comes so that you can listen to it while you're getting ready for the day and hear about what messages and what energies we have to experience. So on Monday, 11/11, this is actually a gateway. This is a portal of energy that is going to bring in new beginnings that can really reinforce stability for us in our lives. So definitely tap in with yourself on this day, see how you're feeling, see what new energies are wanting to interact with you, see what opportunities come your way on this day, and be optimistic. Put out the same energy that you would want to receive back, starting out the week strong on Monday. Have the right frame of mind, have the great energy that you want to receive from others, and you will see new beginnings and new opportunities flow to you easily and effortlessly. We also have Venus entering Sagittarius on Monday. We also have Venus entering Capricorn on Monday. So this is really allowing us to feel the pleasure, feel the beauty, We also have Venus entering Capricorn on Monday. So this is really allowing us to feel the pleasure, feel the beauty, feel the love in doing work that is consistent and providing results for ourselves from getting the energy flowing and going. By getting the energy going and the ball rolling when it comes to all of those things that we want to see results in, everything that takes consistency, everything that takes discipline. This is really us deriving pleasure from exercise, pleasure from sticking to the plan, pleasure from we say we're going to do something and we follow through with it. Seeing the beauty of effectively utilizing our time in the day. Being that person that does what we say we're going to do. And we are quickly approaching Q4, okay? We're about to enter Sagittarius season. That is the last season, the mutable energy that is going to bring us into winter as a season, coming into December 21st, starting off with Capricorn season. So with Venus entering Capricorn, we're really getting an opportunity to start building momentum, start those plans, start, as I said, with the cardinal energy of Capricorn, getting the ball rolling so that by the time we reach winter, it's go time. Okay, so you'll be able to feel it with Venus in Capricorn, but feeling that energy of pleasure as it associates to us getting the work done, doing what's necessary, and staying committed and disciplined to that process in order to see real results, okay? Really planting deep roots into those specific tasks that we know we need to implement on a daily basis, or even just those things that you've already been doing from the beginning of the year, really starting to see those habits be deep rooted into your regimen, into your habits, into your day-to-day routine. So you realizing like, wow, I really feel off if I don't exercise because I've been working out since the beginning of the year. And now if I don't exercise, I notice my mood is off. I notice I don't feel as, I don't feel like I'm giving myself as much love. So really notice and pick up on those habits and routines that you are kind of not able to stick with during this time. Like, for example, we have Thanksgiving, we have the holidays coming up. So there might be family members calling you saying, hey, you want to come here? Or let's go here and go shopping. Or there are little opportunities that you will have to potentially go against the routine that you've been doing. And that could, in a sense, make you feel like you're incorporating less self-love with yourself. So stay consistent with your regimen and your routine. Don't fall off of that for anyone. For some of you, it might be the best best time for you to get onto some kind of routine before we enter Q4. So see how you're feeling as this energy is coming in on Monday. What are you feeling that oomph to do? Follow that feeling and implement a plan and a strategy around it so that you can overcome and see success in that general goal, okay? So that's Monday, really potent, beautiful energy to open up the week. On Tuesday, we actually have Mercury in Sagittarius, and it's having a square with Saturn retrograde in Pisces. So when we're having a square, this is kind of a difficult position with the square where you're working at different cross purposes. Mercury in Sagittarius is really wanting us to bring a level of conversation to philosophy, to our ability to explore, to be adventurous. So actually doing things that will be outside of the box, if you will. While we have Saturn retrograde in Pisces, that's really trying to help us revise those dreams that we've already had for ourselves, those things that we just maybe have not been consistent in achieving. So on a day like today, don't fight yourself too much or feel like you're too at odds to get anything done, because at the end of the day, Tuesday is ruled by the energy of Mars. So there is action that needs to be taken, but it's feeling like it's more so in the vicinity of understanding, okay, what am I wanting to take a chance on myself and explore and do? Okay, and what have I not already finished? What did I say I was going to do but I haven't done already? So it may be you taking a step back to see, okay, before I move on to this bright new shiny object that I want to explore, what can I finish up? What tasks can I finish and follow through on before I move on to the next thing? That's what Tuesday's energy is giving. So on Tuesday, November 12th, make sure that you are looking at the list of to-dos that you've created for yourself, or just go through things that in general need to get closed up in your life. And before you're moving on to new activities, new tasks, or doing things for other people, or traveling, or catching that flight, make sure that all of your loose ends are tied. Make sure that you are finishing tasks that you have started. Make sure that before you're trying to start a new hobby or a new activity that might be new and shiny and fun to you, you're saying, okay, well, I'm still making payments on these swimming lessons, so let me finish these swimming lessons up before I start paying for something else, right? So just think about all of those things that you've been taking action on and whether you have seen them through. If not, you may need to slow down a little bit and apply some of that Mercury and Sagittarius energy to really finishing the task before you change and move into something else. Okay, so now Wednesday, November 13th, we have the moon in Aries actually forming a conjunction with Chiron, which is retrograde in Aries. And this is really a powerful force that's combined. Victoria's here. That's combined. This powerful energy is really wanting us to be able to open up to those areas in our lives where we can be a bit more decisive. This energy is just really feeling like you being more intentional with how you are operating. How are you leading yourself? Being more intentional in those decisions that you are making. Not being specifically led by your emotions when it comes to every single decision. When someone says something to you, you don't have to fight and argue back with them. You don't have to feel like I need to go to war with this person and defend my thoughts and defend my pride and defend my passions and defend my honor. You don't need to always take that approach. You might feel like you need to at this moment. There might be a situation that comes up where your energy force is really being tugged on by a certain person or just a situation that you're going through, right? But really dig deep to see with Chiron in retrograde, what am I needing to learn about myself here so that I can help the next human being to learn about themselves, or just about how to conduct yourself in specific situations. Sometimes I don't need to show up always ready to fight someone or always ready to throw them bows. Sometimes it's better or more beneficial for me and everyone involved in our overall ascension if I handle this in a different way. If I handle this in a way that says that I'm the leader of myself, leading myself to more profitable, more prosperous solutions and results with Wednesday's transit. So if there are some situations that's going on with you that do rile you up, that tend to get you angry because your emotions are pulled on, those emotional heartstrings are tugged on, especially since we're still in the energy of Scorpio here, don't take the approach of reacting all the time with action. This situation that happens on Wednesday is specifically to show you how much passion you have inside of you when it comes to this specific situation, but it doesn't always mean you need to specifically act out. Be the leader in the situation, even if it's just 11:11, leading yourself, okay? Leading yourself in a more mature way. Showing yourself and everyone involved, if anyone else is involved, that you are an effective leader that is not only driven by emotion. Love that for us on Wednesday. Okay, so let's get into Thursday, November 14th. We have Venus, which is now in Capricorn, actually doing it in conjunction or quincunx with Mars and Leo. And so this can actually bring a little bit of stress to both the planets involved. So this being Venus and Mars. And because they're so opposite in polarity, Venus being more on the side of feminine, pleasure, love, beauty, and then we have Mars, which is more action-based, drive, passion, war, all of those types of concepts are having it in conjunction with each other. So this could really be you fighting impulse on Thursday, knowing that you want to be able to do things that are more productive. Venus in Capricorn, you want to get the ball rolling with things that might help you in the long run. They may take a bit more time to accomplish, but you're actually willing to put that work in. You can see the pleasure and the benefit of putting the work in for a year, for 6 months. If I continuously and consistently stay disciplined on my workout regimen and my eating regimen for 6 months, I'm excited to see what my body's going to look like and how I'm going to transform at the end of that 6 months, as opposed to me just literally saying, I want to do this right now, or I want to take this action, and be sporadic and in the moment. Now that the spotlight is on me, if I'm out and everyone is saying they want to drink, then I have to be the one to buy shots for everyone, or I have to participate and show everyone that I'm not no punk, or that I can still have a good time and reach my goals. There's nothing that you have to prove to anyone. So on Thursday with this transit, it's really feeling like you need to understand and just remind yourself that the main goal and the main the word literally just left me, but the main goal here is for you to keep your goals in your mind's eye, to stay focused. Do not get derailed so easily. Focus on yourself, focus on what you have going on for yourself, and don't feel like you even have to defend what you're committing yourself to. If you have a new goal or a new plan or a new strategy that you start implementing from the beginning of this week on Monday when Venus enters Capricorn, don't feel like you need to explain yourself to anyone by Thursday that are like, oh, why are you all of a sudden working out? How come you don't come and meet up with us in the mornings anymore? Oh, you think you're too good to... Don't allow anyone to draw you out because you've changed the plan and you've decided to focus on prioritizing yourself and what you have going on, okay? Don't mind Victoria, she's just playing with a leaf. That is something that you should not do. You're just gonna cause stress on yourself unnecessarily, that energy is then going to be put in the wrong use, right? And then it can have an impact on your physical health. When you have stress, that affects your body. When you have anxiety, when you're angry, that affects our bodies. So why would you want to affect your body in a way that is not going to work for you and the goals that you have for yourself? Especially if you've just decided to start a new, prosperous, beneficial exercise or plan. That goes directly against what you just started up for yourself. So stay focused. Know that your time is valuable. See how valuable you are. See how valuable your energy is. And remind yourself of that on Thursday. My time, my energy is valuable. And I will not allow anyone to use that in a way where it's going to potentially put me in a detriment or a deficit towards whatever I'm planning or whatever strategy I'm looking to implement right now. Right? So that's Thursday's transit. On Friday, November 15th, we have the full moon in Taurus, and we also have Saturn going direct in Pisces. So this day is very energetically loaded, okay? We have the full moon in Taurus, which I'll address first, and this is a culmination point. We've been, that's crazy. I just talked about value yesterday, right? With Capricorn energy. Capricorn and Taurus are both earth signs. So it does deal with our ability to feel abundant, our ability to take care of our physical body, be able to see the value in ourselves and others, and value in hard work, okay? But with this full moon in Taurus, while we are still in Scorpio season, this is our ability to really come to a culmination point of realizing the work that I put out, the energy that I express towards certain things in a fixed manner is directly correlated to what results I will see for myself. Taurus is, as I just said, a fixed sign. As Scorpio is, it's where the sun is right now in Scorpio. So we are experiencing this full moon in Taurus as a way for us to be able to say, wow, where have I been in a fixed manner, potentially too stubborn? Where have I been so stubborn that I've distracted myself from the actual real work that needs to be done? I've been using up all of this energy, not wanting to go down certain roads or not wanting to, commit to certain things that time has gone from me. And now I need to understand that that's not where the value is. That's not where the money is. That's not where the money resides. The money resides in me being able to go after certain things with purpose and stay committed. Being able to have a positive mindset towards things, and how can I be grounded, staying grounded, not letting things get to me. I can still be nurturing and, eat good food without it being junk food. I can still get full from eating healthy, just like I can get full from going to the Chinese buffet, right? I can still get full from doing those things that are going to actually help me. I can take actions that are going to assist me in getting to my goals, or I can take actions that will assist me in being more stubborn against my goals. It's really our choice with the full moon. But whatever actions you've been taking, the full moon is going to shine a light on the result of that. Okay, so what have you been working hard doing? What have you been spending a lot of time and energy doing? What kind of things do you value? That light of the full moon is going to be shining on those things to show you, okay, this is what you've been putting most of your time on. Are you happy with this? Is this something you want to keep doing? Or do you want to start releasing and taking your energy from this specific task that is not getting you anywhere to redirect it and be more fixed in somewhere that's going to get you somewhere? You've been really good at going to all the fast food joints. You've been really good at continuing to do all of these activities that are not anywhere close to aligning with your destiny. This is what you have built for yourself as a result. Are you happy with this? Are you pleased with this? If not, Now is the time, as the full moon starts to wind down, for you to redirect that energy, accept and redirect. In the same breath, have you been consistent with working out? Have you been consistent in growing your own crops? Have you been consistent in showing up at work? Now on the full moon on Friday is showing you this is the result of that energy. This is the result of you going to the gym. This is the result of you meal prepping and making those meals at home instead of going to fast food. Look at the abs. Look at your body, right? Look at your neck, how slender it is. Look at how you can go and treat yourself and buy yourself really expensive, beautiful jewelry and make yourself look beautiful. How you have extra money now that you're not spending so much on eating out and on takeout and delivery services. How you can spend money to get your hair done and get that monthly facial. Treat yourself to some jewelry, right? So really being able to highlight and have that light shine on what you've been doing with your time and what you've been valuing most, and being able to make the decision whether it's been a positive investment towards your goals or whether you need to rethink and re-strategize to be more fixed in a specific way that's going to solve those things that you have that you want to achieve. We also have Saturn direct in Pisces on this day. So as I said, really potent Friday in addition to the full moon. So with Saturn finally going direct in Pisces again, this energy is bringing about the ability to really start seeing some headway in the time that we've been spending on our dreams. If you've been spending a lot of time on things that you want to see manifest in the physical reality, but it's kind of been a bit slow, it's been that way because Saturn was retrograde in Pisces. Now Saturn is like, oh, you've been doing your job. Oh, you've been waking up. Oh, you've been doing your dream journal. Oh, you've been manifesting and sticking to it and doing the work necessary to help it to come into this physical space. Okay, you're going to be rewarded. You've been keeping your eye on that. You've stayed delulu. Perfect. Here's this reward. Here's a reward for all the time that you've spent and how focused and consistent and disciplined you've been. So as Saturn is coming direct into Pisces, you will start seeing a lot of those manifestations that you've been so focused on manifesting start to come into the physical reality, and you'll be rewarded for that by Saturn now that it's beginning to come direct. And it might happen really quickly for some of you because of all the time that you spent while Saturn was retrograde. For others, while Saturn is coming in direct, if you're just now starting to get things going, you might see things come to fruition a little bit quicker than if you had started with Saturn retrograde, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer than the people that have been doing the work while Saturn was in retrograde, if that makes sense, right? So they will start to see their just dues in their physical reality sooner than you because you're starting late. Okay, so let's get into Saturday, November 16th, where we have the Sun in Scorpio opposing Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And so this opposition is literally coming right after the full moon on Friday, where the Sun opposes the moon. So now the Sun in Scorpio opposed the moon in Taurus, and now on Saturday, November 16th, the Sun in Scorpio is opposing Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Okay, so with this energy, it really is feeling like there's a lot of opportunity when it comes to an opposition for you to communicate and come to an agreement. It might seem a little bit confrontational when it comes to the hidden emotions that you have with the Sun in Scorpio, the hidden emotions that you have towards doing better, achieving higher, doing more for yourself. You might have hidden anxieties to be like, wow, what is it? I don't know why I think of it and then like I lose it. But it's literally that syndrome that they say, put it in the comments, but it's that syndrome where it's like you hold yourself back. You know that it's like the fear of success. you know, the fear of you doing well, the fear of you being able to go after a goal and reach it and reach new heights in your life and ascend in your life with Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is also that energy of walking with nature in order to be able to bring forth revolution in some way. So with this opposition we're having with the Sun in Scorpio, it's kind of like part of you deep down subconsciously is comfortable with where you are. And there's another part of you that is wanting to do the work, that is wanting to see a new reality bring about, that is wanting to do things differently. And so it's like you have that confrontation within yourself, but there's a lot of communication that you can have with yourself to say, you know what? I know we're comfortable with the way things are right now, but there's going to be a little bit of turbulence in order for us to really be able to work together and use both of our energies, combine it so that it's a more powerful energy to get things done. This could also be coming up when it comes to politics as well, is what I'm thinking. So we might see coming into Saturday and just even after this transit, this ability for us to have potential communication with opposing sides. So like people that have a certain mindset about things and saying, oh, why are there changes happening? I feel this kind of way that, you know, all of these changes are happening in society, all these structural changes are happening and going down right now. I don't feel comfortable with this. I'm doing research on, you know, all of these new policies that are going to be put in place, and I'm not really liking how that feels. And then on the other side of things, it's like, we have to get these things done if we want to move forward. We cannot stay stagnant in any reality. Stagnancy leads to decay. We can't stay still. We have to keep moving. As uncomfortable as that might be, there are always going to be constant things that happen to allow us to place our energy in something that will help us to move, in something that will allow us to commit to something higher than ourselves, something that has more foresight than ourselves, whether it's the collective approach, whether it's us committing to religion, whether it's committing to certain ideas, higher minded ideas, us getting on board with certain initiatives that we may not see the full plan, we might not see the full picture of certain things, but that's where you have to have the ability to trust. That's where you, when in oppositions, you have to be able to come to an agreement to say, you know what, I'm going, even though I don't understand your side of things, we're literally opposing each other, I'm going to trust that we can come to some kind of agreement and some kind of resolve. And so Saturday's energy is really feeling like that ability for you to come to agreement, even though you may emotionally not be in the same place as a certain person, as a place, as an environment. Okay, so tell me below in the comments what that is for you. Sunday, wrapping up the week, we have on November 17th, we have the moon in Gemini actually conjunct Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. And closing out the week, the moon in Gemini is really beautiful because it's helping us to have that moment of introspective communication with ourselves. A lot happened this week. We had Venus enter Capricorn starting out the week. We also had a square with Mercury and Sag. We had the conjunction between the moon and Chiron retrograde on Wednesday. We had the full moon in Taurus and Saturn going direct in Pisces on Friday. We had an opposition with the Sun and Uranus retrograde on Saturday. And so on Sunday, before we start a new week, there is this really beautiful moment that the universe is wanting us to have, where we are able to have that introspective communication, especially when it comes to how we mean to move forward. Let me take it all in and really decide how all of this information and all this energetic information has been fed to me and what that feels like, what that means, how I should apply it for myself before this new week starts. So Sunday, really take that time for yourself. Take a moment for yourself. Do something like journaling would be really beautiful, because Gemini rules the hands and the arms, but specifically using your hands to write. So writing down how you felt over the week, writing down what has come up for you, what new things you want to potentially implement, what changes, because with Gemini it's a mutable energy, what changes you may want to bring about for yourself, and just reflecting on that with the moon in Gemini. This is conjunct, as I said, Jupiter retrograde. So this is being able to reflect on where you'd want to explore, how you want to expand, what new opportunities you would like to experience, what new concepts and philosophy you've been sitting on but maybe not fully acting out in your life on a daily basis. So really reflecting on all of this on Sunday within yourself can really help you to go and move forward in next week's energy with intention, really being mindful of what you've experienced energetically from this week. So make sure you set aside some time for yourself on Sunday just to sit and reflect and communicate with yourself. Some people find it a lot more beneficial to speak to themselves. So even if you can have a moment to yourself where you just talk to yourself and communicate with yourself, maybe doing some mirror work and talking to yourself about your goals, because we have Venus in Capricorn. Talk about the things that you want to accomplish for yourself. Speak affirmations over your life. What affirmations come to mind after this week that you might need to implement into a routine with Venus in Capricorn? How can you speak more powerfully and positively over your life? Think about those types of things and reflect on that and speak on it on Sunday. Maybe it's a conversation you have with someone else. Maybe you have a conversation with a child. Maybe you have a conversation with someone that typically has an opposing viewpoint to yourself, and that helps you guys to sound off of each other. But have that type of dialogue on Sunday, whatever is most beneficial for you, and see what outcomes you have. That was this week of Astro Insights. I love you all so much. Don't forget to go ahead and leave me any comments below. Subscribe so that you can see more weeks of content. And don't be shy. Leave me a comment. Let me know what resonates. I would love to hear from you and respond. And I will see you guys soon. Love you so much. Bye.